Well, hello again, everyone. Happy Monday to you all. I am Gary Gatso. Welcome to P1's coverage of round 2 of the inaugural season of the Onyx Racing League Lotus 79 series. We come tonight from Watkins Glen for our second race of our Monday night triple header. You saw the Indy Open series. That's the present. This is the past. And then after this, stay tuned to the channel for the Indy Next Road Series, the iRacing Indy Next Road Series. That is the future. So the past, present, and future every Monday night here on P1. And today it is the Lotus 79s at Watkins Glen International for the Onyx Racing League. Joining me as always, Luis Gonzalez Nunez, who's staying up on all of the stats and everything from Formula One racing when they came here in these cars, because I don't remember it. But always good to have you here, Luis. Welcome back. Good to get you off the oval at New Hampshire.
Oh my God, what a really tough race yesterday, to be honest. It was really difficult. I didn't expect that. Anyways, we are back to the Lotus. Basically, it's like the IndyCar 79. We don't call it like a Formula One Lotus 79 because it's basically everything about IndyCar here. So we are back to the proper circuit.
Yes.
They used to be in
that
the
is correct.
IndyCar.
Yes.
So that's the good thing. So yeah, I hope it's gonna be a good race. We have a big field, especially with a lot of Lionheart people and a couple guys wasn't in the Lionheart, but good to have also George Alsaldo in the grid today.
And taking a break from the planning and taking care of the Sim Gaming Expo.
Long break there.
Yeah. He's going to be wanting this next break for a little bit. I think he worked his fingers to the bone, but I think it was a pretty successful expo. And if all goes well, maybe we see a year or two, and maybe we get more people there. Or close to 2,000 people showed up for this Sim Gaming Expo. That's pretty good. But we are a minute left here in qualifying. Hot laps will count. And currently on the pole is Chris Fowler. Provisional pole. We'll give you some times here. You see a 132.7, Guyon a 132.8. Shira is a 132.9. Callisto with a 133 flat. And Rodriguez rounds out the top 5 with a 133 flat as well. Not going to worry about points, because the points are the same thing as what we left last race with. Dean Darth Maul is your points leader coming into this race by virtue of the win last week at Homestead.
Let's see what's happened in Watkins Glen in IndyCar in 79. Car said that here.
And while you look that up, we just went official, but I do want to remind everybody, if you enjoy P1's coverage of the Onyx Racing League Lotus 79 series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. Today's coverage is sponsored by 4D Racewear. That little logo up on the top of the screen. You want to check them out. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the stream description. We are going to get the full warm-up lap here on this circuit. This is not including, as you saw in some of those shots, the backstretch bus stop chicane, or the inner loop, as our stock car friends like to say. But passing it over to you, Luis. What have you found out from IndyCar history here at Watkins Glen?
Watkins Glen IndyCar. That was the thing. I don't know why. I lost the. I don't know where it's going. Oh, I lost it. We can talk it about some point because I lost it. I don't know where it is. I saw. Oh my God. Yeah, I lost it.
Oh, good.
I have already. Yeah, my God.
Well, we
I can tell Bobby answer. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Bobby answer.
Bobby answer. Uncle
race,
Bobby.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Rick Mears' son, Gordon Johncock, on that race won in Watkins GLEN. The can oil 150. That's the day.
Okay.
Oh, that's why he sent me this picture. Racing reference point info. That's the day. Yeah. That's pretty good though.
Oh, we are going to get a standing start. I think we're going to get a standing start. I did not expect a standing start. 55 minutes on the timer. We did not get the starting lineup in, so we better do that. Here is the grid, though. Fowler, Guyon, Sirach, Callisto, Rodriguez, Hearn, Goodman, Cone, Forsyth, Valenzuela. And then we move on. We got Kirby, Stouffer, Wags, Gallas, Dean Darth Maul, Lovern, Clindy, Anzaldo, Morera, and Herrick teammates back there. And then we got Fortson, Tyquilla, Kirby, Greenlee, Rigney, and Hayes rounding out the remainder of this 26-car field as we are down the backstretch, going through the inner loop. Not going to use it.
I didn't expect it, to be honest.
Into the chute now for the boot portion of the racetrack. We have the map. It is on your screen. 55-minute timed race. Ooh, look at that battle right there. Callisto side by side. Michael Goodman.
In my standing said 36, but the other one say 35. So in between 36 to 35 lap, maybe the race now. Oh no, Callisto.
Oh, Callisto off into the in the toe, or actually this is the heel portion of the boot. Now they're going uphill.
Stoffer. Oh, what a stopper. Oh.
Here's Richie Hearn and Cristobal Valenzuela. Richie Hearn in the Budweiser livery. Actually, that's Cristobal in the Budweiser livery. Richie in the black and yellow 4D livery. And then blinking in front of him is Stouffer. And he gets to beat on Stouffer in one.
Yeah, Venezuela with the throwback, the Salazar in Formula 1. When he raced in Las Vegas, 92. A pretty nice car, to be honest, with the Cosworth. Or March, I think it was a March engine, but not really nice car. Just make 1 point in Sandboard. That's it. And also retired the car that day, actually.
We're just watching the field sort out. Watch this battle right behind him for Kirby and Stouffer now.
I see. Wagner with Vivo flag. No, sorry. I see the rest of Boston in pit, but I think he didn't start it. I think he didn't start the race.
And Chris Fowler setting the purple lap. Here is the tree with 51 minutes left to play. Dara is your leader. Chris Fowler second. He's getting challenged by Guyon down the backstretch. Into the carousel. And it's so weird not to see the cars go through the inner loop. I like it without the inner loop, that is for sure. Into the boot. And these big fat tires. Yeah, it's mainly a NASCAR use. They have used it, I believe, in IndyCar before. And mainly it's just to slow them down from that run down the backstretch. Here is your closest battle. Mark Cohn, the Watchman. There he is. He is getting back up to Craig Forsyth. Forsyth is getting up to him, actually. And Watchman getting up to Rodriguez.
Here the big brain is on the back between Tranquilla 12, Stoffer and 13, I think so. Something happened with Stoffer. I think so. He's damaged after the contact with in the first lap because it's side by side with Valen called Galas now in turn 1.
Going back a little bit further in the back, Stoffer in a battle with Morera. Morera with a pretty good looking livery and a battle with a teammate there. That's both 4D's car. And also behind him starting to fan out. Okay, Hugo Gallas, Dan Morera. That's Hugo. That's Dan Morera. Excuse me. Gallas is back in the Morera right behind. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
And that's Gallas. And a good-looking car, too. We got some better-looking cars in the back there. That's pretty cool, but that's... Gallas coming. He's going to have to cut the pit road. He's missing the side pod. Check out George Anzaldo, though. He is in the Domino's Hot One. But check out Lewis Hayes. He is in... Now, this car right here, Lewis Hayes, this is the Patrick Racing livery for Mario Andretti in 1981 and 82 at the certainly at the Indy 500 nor the kart regular season. This car didn't even take the green flag in the 82 Indy 500. He got crashed out that early. But technically, this car took the checkered flag for a while in the 81 Indy 500. Part of a Patrick Racing power punch of Gordon Johncock and Mario Andretti. Here's Brent Kirby back in 21st. Chris Stoffer on pit road, I believe. Not sure if this is a stop for damage or a scheduled stop, and he just wants to make sure he can get to the end. Looks like he is hitting the pit road, not going up on the jacks. Another car hitting pit road right behind him. That is Hugo Gallas. Gallas going up on the jacks. Meanwhile, back up front, there is Shara, your leader. 47.35 left to play. Fowler in second. Guyon in third. Rodriguez at fourth. The Watchman now up to fifth as he got around Craig Forsyth.
Oh, that Morera have a meatball flag.
Yes. And oh gosh, yeah, he you cannot drive a tricycle.
This guy is getting more graphic. Every hoop day on the iRacing making more graphic the cars. It's really it's not graphic bad, but it's really graphic like imagining how it's gonna be in the real life in that time, crashing like this. With the maple flag. Oh, have a meatball flag because the contact with Morera. That's why.
And Morera and Wags both with black flags right now.
Yeah, that's why have a meatball flag, Wagner, or black flag. Yeah, I have a meatball flag because that's why. I understood now. the livery of Hugo Galás is staying through back all the Salazar in the British Formula One in 1980. That's kind of crazy. It's like a maybe said Formula 300 or maybe Formula 2 or something like that. And now something like that. I really it's kind of weird to figure out. Oh, it's two Formulas One. One is the real one, and the other one is British. But kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use all the fair cars they already use for the season, so they give it for these guys to start to understand how to go into Formula One and blah blah blah. So, yeah.
Back up front, it is still Sarah, your leader. Chris Fowler in second. Guyan in third, Rodriguez in fourth. The Cone is really the only driver to kind of change the order up into the top five. He's in fifth. Fowler goes purple that time by. Now remember, these cars, opposite to what we're used to seeing with IndyCar racing. IndyCar racing, we expect to see those fast laps early, and they slow down because of tire deg. Opposite here. Tires get better the longer they run. The lighter the tanks get, the faster they go. So this is what a little bit different. So expect to see these times click down more and more and more each lap.
Oh, one of the things I didn't mention. It's happened to me also when I racing and rode here in iRacing, exclusively in the Lionheart. So people with, for example, me, I don't have the shifter, so I use auto blink or I don't use the clutch. So means when you don't have that, the car is going, the car in every exit of the corner is going more slow. It's like a maybe 2 or 3 miles low. The guy used the clutch and sequential or whatever stuff they use in his setup. But people like me, we have the pedals, so we just put the pedal up and the car do all the stuff for us. So that stuff especially in the long straight, like in between turn 4 and 5, you have to at least put one more gear up. That's cost you like 2 or 3 miles slow. So yeah, that's the only disadvantage.
Fowler starting to reel in. Sarah a little bit down the backstretch in the draft. Going through the bus stop chicane area. He is there into the carousel.
This car is crazy because like for example IndyCar, the DW12 or IR18, the first couple, maybe the first stint, the car is going fast. You think that you're faster, and when you finish the stint, you're going slow because the tire is degradation tire. But here it's like you're going slow, and you getting fast when you have the tires warmed up and you have less degradation. So it's very entertainment in the end on the stint of this car, and make your like you're flying, and you can make more fight or battle in between each corner. And definitely in the front with Fowler and David. Fowler didn't want to make the pass. Maybe the David fuel to go on a little bit more long than we expect, or they expect, sorry. But they're still behind on the David. The draft or the depth here on this car is not really big.
Right.
in road course, especially in oval. Also, too, it's not really big, but yeah.
Still watching his battle for the lead. Mark, we just missed Mark Cohn getting the pass around Rodriguez. Now move Cohn up to fourth. So he is your big gainer right now. Actually, not your big gainer, but I'll talk about that here in a second. He's up 4 spots. Your big gainer is this guy right here, Ty Quilla. He is up 12 spots to P10 right now. And also right behind him, Brian Greenlee, who checked in chat and came here to say sorry in advance to everybody. Well, I don't know if he's sorry that he's passed so many people. He's up 12 spots to P12. And Lewis Hayes, he is up 12 spots now to P14. But I think we've had some people that have come to pit road for scheduled stops.
Yeah, I see incident in turn 9, I think so. Jim Harry spun, Rigney crashed by tail for him, and then he coming behind Luis Hayes, losing the carousel too. I think so. Rigney lose the back wheel, yeah.
So as we see by our count, Lionel Callisto is in 15th spot. You'll see him there on the tree. And he is the first car that is already pitted. That's leading right now. Then Stouffer, Clindy, Gallus. Now, they all had normal-ish pit stops. Then we go a little bit further back. Wags back on the racetrack in 19th. There he is. He had a 50-second stop. A part of that was a black flag hold. He is now in 19th. Rigney, he is back in 20th with a 22-second stop. Jim Herrick in 21st with a 23-second stop. Gary Lovern in the AJ livery. He had a very long stop, about 3 minutes worth. He's already a lap down, but he is hanging on right now, 1 lap down in 22nd. Marrera's already had problems. He is in 23rd. Kirby in 24th on pit road. Fordson and Goodman are the only 2 cars out. Syrah, purple lap. And that's what I was talking about. As these tires start warming up and these fuel loads get lighter, they're just going to get faster. So here is the rule set for tonight. Just so everyone is aware of what's going into tonight's race. The rule set is this is a fixed setup race. 11-turn, permanent road course. No bus stop here. No bus stop chicane. 55-minute timed race. We're doing unlimited tires. 28% fuel. 28% fuel. 1 fast repair. And a 40-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit. And I'm sorry I didn't get the track length. My mistake. You might be able to tell me that, Lewis.
Track's length. Oh, there. It's not here. It's everything new. I don't see it. It don't show me nothing here. Nope. It don't show me in iRacing, but I can find it. 2 seconds. Because iRacing don't show me the
a bit farther back, here's this battle with Cohn, Rodriguez, and now Hearn up to 6. Forsyth back to 7. Craig's probably liking that I'm not showing him falling back in the order. Fowler, purple lap, 132.3.
Oh, I found it, but I have to change it to Imperial. It's 3.38 miles, 11 turns.
11 turns, 3.38, okay.
Something kilometers around. After the race on Sunday, I have to put all in kilometers. So it's like, yep, same for everything. So. So I think the closest is Mark Horn, Richie Hearn, David Rodriguez for fourth position over there, and also Forsyth on the back.
Riding through turn one, riding with Chris Fowler. Uphill through the S's. This has been reprofiled since these cars really raced here for real last time in the Lotus 70-1 Formula One car. He is staying right there. He's not moving. He's just staying right there in the draft. And we come through a little bouncy area here that's especially going back on the banking here. You can really slide these cars through the corner, these very wide wheels. And now they're coming up to lap traffic. That is Dan Marrera. We're into the boot.
Lose the control on Mark, and David took the fifth. It's kind of tricky also too. I know you have the tires already worn to make the turn, but the problem is also the brake is not braking, so you have to be careful also too. I don't know how this worked in that time. For sure they working back and forward also too. But it's different stuff.
Again, riding with Chris Fowler. Look at the back here real quick. They have a big gap on third place. Oh, we expect pit stops here soon. Maybe if they can get to the... I don't know if they can get to the halfway point. This might be a two-stopper for everybody.
Hard to...
Yeah, I think they're going to have to... The midway point is 27 and a half minutes, and we are about 5 minutes away from that.
Yeah, still show me 36 laps, so they are 2-3 laps to go for the halfway. David 132.1 fastest now.
Yeah, he's answering these laps as Fowler is creeping into the picture here. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the Onyx Racing League's Lotus 79 series coming to you from Watkins Glen International. Watching a heck of a battle for the lead here between David Syrah and Chris Fowler. We've completed now, we're about 31 minutes left to play here out of a 55-minute timed race. If you're enjoying P1's coverage of tonight's race, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for future iRacing content, including Season 4 2025 of the IndyCar Oval Series as the teams and drivers go to Darlington Raceway for a rare race at the track Too Tough to Tame. That's tomorrow night, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time right here on P1. This only happens once every 2 years, so you won't want to miss it. IndyCars, IR18s at Darlington.
Not really big field yesterday, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's kind of tough, but I hope tomorrow we're going to see a big field winning by Wayne Campbell. I think so. David Syrah called pits.
Okay, we're watching. Here comes David Syrah to the pits. Oh, did we get a black flag for our leader?
Oh my God!
Also coming to pit road is Guyon. Also coming to pit road is Richie Hearn. This is a two-stopper for sure.
He crossed the line on 73 miles. And it had to be 45. Had to be in 45. So it's really... Nope. Or 60? I think so. 40 miles. That's huge. 30 miles over. So...
So this is going to be interesting because Fowler then has such a huge lead right now that if he can come to pit road, hit his marks, and just do everything on the numbers here, he should come out and pick up, and he'll actually, well, depending on when Forsyth's coming to pit road. Forsyth is back in second now, 11 seconds behind. There he is with Rodriguez and Cone. But we'll go back up front to Chris Fowler. If Fowler could hit pit road, not have a problem, is he going to come this time? I think he was saving a lot of fuel behind. No, he's got to pit road. And I think he needs to know that there was a problem last time with the leader, and he comes in very conservatively, hits the limiter. We're doing 45 miles per hour on pit road, and there is no pit road speed limiter. Here comes Forsyth as well. Here comes Cone as well. So Rodriguez is going to stay out. He's going to pick up the lead. So on this 40 mile per hour pit road speed limit, there is no pit road. There's no limiter on the dash or on the wheel that you can hit. So you have to keep it under artificially, or not artificially, actually under the speed limit with your foot. So sometimes these pit-in laps are not going to be as quick as you normally would see in IndyCar. When you get to the limiter or get to the line, you're on the limiter, and then you don't have to worry about anything. Here you have to actually think about it. And now he can get back up to speed. He's past the cones. He's in and out. So stop number 1 for Fowler, and he should pick back up the lead if nothing happens to him on this warm-up, on this outlap.
Yeah, if you can see the onboard of Fowler, you don't see the speed stuff. You always see the RPM. So they used to use the RPM as a guide to come into the pits. I know IndyCar and Formula One at that time they were used to. They come and through that. The top part is braking with all that people around to you, and try to catch the box in that time. I think it's more tough in that time, man. To be honest, especially in Indy 500 in Indianapolis, where you're coming straight over.
Yeah, there was yeah, in this era at Indianapolis, they had no pit road speed limit. So if you go back and watch old Indy 500s, you will see cars just come barreling down pit road almost at full speed. Here's Rodriguez for his scheduled stop. And again, no pit road speed limiter. So they have to do this all by RPM. There is also a black box that you can bring up in iRacing that will tell you miles per hour that you can use. And that gives the lead back to Fowler.
19. I think they're good to go. Yeah, I think they're good to go to the end.
We know at least one stop was needed. It doesn't need to be 2 stops. Now, Fowler is all by himself, and before he was saving a lot of fuel behind Sarah. So with Sarah not there, is Fowler going to burn more fuel? And I'm going to say that probably the answer is yes.
But at least we have a battle for the last lap for the podium, last step for the podium. So that's gonna be the battle, because I think Guillon is very far on the front. Fowler is 15 seconds behind, ahead. But yeah, I think this is the battle.
All right, let's go back to this battle here for 3rd and 4th. This is a battle for 3rd. Richie Hearn, Lionel Callisto. Remember, Lionel was off in the boot area right here at this turn on lap 1. And now he's back underway, and he's now threatening for the bottom step. Remember, Callisto finished on the podium in our first race.
Yeah, with a big accident with the Valor, and with Team Mall winning the race. Oh, it's coming to the pit, Callisto.
Must be a scheduled stop for him then.
Oh.
So this is 15 laps into his stint. So yeah, just because he had to come to pit road again a little bit early, he's on a slightly different schedule. This might actually put him good to go to the end. Remember, your top three from race 1 was Maul, Callisto, and Stouffer. And right now, Maul in 11th, Callisto in 10th, and Stouffer is out, retired in 21st.
Yeah, big crash in turn 10. Stouffer and David Rodriguez used the clash in turn 5. Look at that.
Oh, we'll ride with him. Oh, yeah. He was on the clutch and let the car really go into, turn 7 there. Oh, here's 8. A lot of clutching and coasting.
Yeah, what happened with the Forsyth? Same too?
Well, we'll ride with Forsyth.
Something happened with Forsyth. He slowed down. Oh, you know what? This is the problem when you have a sequential. And
he almost tagged the wall, and that's going to allow Rodriguez on through.
Oh my God! You know what? He didn't put, so I can see it on board. He didn't put properly the gear in the sequential, so that make the Rodriguez getting close. And then after that, make the mistake on the turn.
I'm not sure if Rodriguez really wanted Forsyth to pass Forsyth. I think he had no choice, because now you see Forsyth right on by. Rodriguez tucks in. He's trying to save fuel.
What if he didn't put the right number?
And remember, this is an H-pattern gearbox that they have in this car. Now you could use paddle shifters if you want to, but some of these drivers are actually using a stick shift on their rigs to race these cars. I use paddle shifter, but that's just kind of what I had for everything. I didn't have a shift room for a shifter.
What? Some people use the circle. You have the Formula wheel.
Yeah.
But people like the other one, the regular wheel.
Yeah, you
use in these cars.
Yeah, you could use, and look at the drivers. We watch these in cars. They do have a circular wheel. And so something like a wheel like on a G29 would be a good one for this one.
It's not like happy with Forsyth.
Yeah, I think right now Rodriguez does not want to pass Forsyth. I think he just wants to stay there and try to get some fuel mileage. Mark Cohn's right there as well, the watchman in 6. Cristobal Valenzuela, shout him out. He is now moved up to 7th in the Budweiser car. Justin Kirby, saw him at the Sim Gaming Expo. He is in 8th right now. Thankfully, there's not a soul around him that can wreck him out of this one. he might actually do well in this one. I'm rooting for him. Here's Tyquilla in 9th. He's up 13 spots. And Sarah back in 10th. Probably racing with a little red mist right now.
You know what? With all of this Forsyth and Rodriguez stuff, Mark Cohn is close. It is there. And Valenzuela is getting close also too for the battle. So, gonna be a good finish over there for the 4th position. But Valenzuela is doing the same thing too. So it's lifting in the corners. I'm not sure. I really check He did one. Oh my God! And Richie Hearn lose the car.
Oh, Richie Hearn.
Yeah, he spun in the turn 9. And that's why he's getting
trying to
close
find
again.
Rich. Yeah, trying to find Richie Hearn. There he is. Richie Hearn's in third right now. And I don't know if we could see where Richie Hearn might have had a. Yeah, there it is.
He lost 5 seconds there.
Here it is. He said right at the top of the hill. And then we see this a lot in IndyCar. And the old track for sure. And it was a slow spin. And it kept them straight. On the old scan of this track, IndyCars all the time at the top of the hill would be very light up there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter in which car you come in. Even in GT, even in whatever car is coming, that section is really, really difficult. Not easy to take. You come in slow and you have to turn in, and that's like a change it between high to flat. So,
well, real soon we're going to have a battle for third as Forsyth has reached his teammate Hearn. Rodriguez is there as well. Mark Cohn is there as well. And Cristobal Valenzuela is there as well. So third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh all in a line for a battle for the bottom step.
yeah, like I said, Brent Kirby in the chat it is fun, the car. It is really, really fun to drive, but it's really difficult. It's just you need to turn it up, down, the shift. That's it. But you have to put the car in the corners, and sometimes it's easy to watch, but it's super difficult to drive the car.
As we watch this battle again, 17 minutes, 20 seconds left to play here for our first road course race of the season here in the Onyx Racing League Lotus 79 Series. We go back to the ovals next. First short oval of the season at New Hampshire, a place that you don't want to go back to. Maybe these cars, it's different in New Hampshire with all these big wide tires that we have.
Yeah, well, you know what it's just saying? You can go slow in the first corner, in the first laps, and then in the last, like a 5 laps, maybe 10 laps to go, you can go whatever you want. The car is going, whatever you put the wheels, the car is going there. But yesterday was really weird. You have to, in turn 1 and 2, this, I don't know, it's kind of strange. It's fun because that's the way you have to drive. You don't want the car staying sticky on the wall, in the pavement, or sorry, in the ground, and just turning whatever you want. At least have a margin of the handicap or to drive. But too many spoons yesterday. I don't know how many times I spun, but yeah, it was a lot.
One of those days. I've been there. Richie Hearn now under attack from Craig Forsyth. This whole battle for position right here. Clindy looks like he's hitting pit road. I don't know if he maybe is. Did he get? No, that's the scheduled stop. I think it's a scheduled stop.
You have a 17 and my. Also, Rigney have a 14 and Morera is 17.
Forsyth starting to lose touch with her now as Rodriguez is still pressuring. I think these guys are trying to hit a number. So do we see Fowler need to come to pit road. There's Fowler right now racing Lewis Hayes down the backstretch. Lewis Hayes stays to the inside into the carousel. He'll pass Lewis Hayes, but Lewis Hayes a lap down. He's in 15th spot. Last car on the lead lap is Lionel Callisto in 14th.
Which one is the Domino's? Is the Ariel or somebody else? Who used that livery?
Who's that?
The Domino's Pizza.
The Domino's Pizza. A lot of drivers use that livery. I believe originally, and we'll go to George and Zaldo there. The first driver that I remember was Howdy Holmes. And Howdy Holmes is now the current owner and by family of Jiffy, which is the baked goods company. But he was an IndyCar racer for a while. He started on the front row at Indianapolis. So the first time I remember, it was with Shearson Racing. Shearson always had this sponsorship. I don't know if he had like a Domino's franchise or something, but he always had this as his sponsor. After that, Danny Sullivan drove the car for a little bit. In fact, I think got a win at Pocono with this car. Then Al Unser Jr., after he left Gallus Racing, he went to Shearson Racing. He was with Gallus. He was driving the Coors Silver Bullet, and then he drove this for a couple seasons. I believe he got his second career IndyCar win in this livery. Then after that, it was, I know Raul Boisel drove it, almost won the Indy 500 driving it in '89 when Al Unser Jr. and Emerson Fittipaldi came together. If Fittipaldi would have crashed, that would have given the lead to Raul Boisel and possibly a win there, and he was driving this livery. And then it was made famous because it won the Indy 500 by Arie Luyendyk. And it was mainly in this configuration with the Dutch boy paint stripes on the back.
I think it's light on there. We are 8 to go.
Well, we got 12 minutes and 10 seconds left to play here. And do we see Fowler need to make a pit stop? We'll ride with Fowler. I'm not sure he's really lifting or doing anything to save fuel here. He's just full send it. And I like the approach. He has a 19-second lead over Guyon. So many times this driver has been in contention for wins in Lionheart, in the ISRA, and now leading with about 10 minutes to go, just over 10 minutes to go, 11 minutes, 30 seconds.
He is 20.2 seconds over Guyon. And my God, Richie Hearn side by side with Brian Greeley over there. Oof, that's close.
Yeah, that's for putting Greeley a lap down, or just for track position.
Really close. And then Guyon is 9 seconds ahead of Richie Hearn.
All right, Fowler on pit road. Final stop. We knew he would have to stop, and he's stopping with about 10 minutes left remaining in this race. Here he is.
Interesting. So that's why Rodriguez is lifting for that reason. And I guess he have 9 laps. So he's 2 laps ahead for all these guys on front.
And there we watch Fowler. He's not going up on the jacks. He's going to stay with the tires that brought him. He's just going to go for fuel.
Oh my God, it's too much time.
And down and away. Or not down and away. He wasn't even up and away. It's just away. And that leads now to Guyan. Guyan with a 9-second lead over Hearn. Hearn now entering the back stretches. Guyan's leaving it. Hearn starting to pull away. Cristobal Valenzuela to the inside, trying for one position, maybe two positions. As he drag race Rodriguez into the carousel, he gets the spot.
Rodriguez is still saving. I think he can do it. That's why they don't make any effort. Oh my God, Cristobal, almost. Any effort to defend the position. But you know what? Oh no!
Forsyth has an issue.
He lost the year, he said.
Let's go back let's go back and listen to that. All right, let's listen. Listen to it just desperately try to grab a gear. Wow. What do you think happened there as he's coming to pit road? What do you think happened there?
When he says, sorry, I lose my gear, I can hear when I hear the click, click, click on the back in his voice. So I think he's a problem with the failure. I don't know.
Gearbox?
He already saw.
Yeah. Well, now we watch Guyan to see if Guyan is going to have to come to pit road one more time. Guyan is now 13 laps into his stint. He went 16 last time. Fowler went 11 laps into his stint. I forgot his first stint was 17. He went 11 the next one. And these guys, I mean, these guys are so used to driving the IR-18. It's like saving fuel is like second nature to these guys. That's something a lot of people don't understand, that when you are a regular IndyCar driver on this sim, I mean, saving fuel is the goal to winning the race isn't necessarily to win the race. You want to win the race, but you want to do it like one less stop or make that last stop as short as possible than everyone else. And so you're always saving fuel right from the get-go in IndyCar racing. In other forms of racing, it's not always like that. And these guys are very much treating this like an IndyCar race in terms of how they want to try to save fuel.
Yeah, it's always the purpose to save fuel, especially have the luck. How the lucky to, for example, in the oval, have that much yellow to don't coming in and just win the race like that. For example, it's happened to me in the body in the first race. I stay out as much as I can, thinking about it. Oh, somebody's gonna hit on the back and when I win the race and do that, and that's when lucky me, I won the race because I save fuel behind on the car. So
the grass cam there. Sorry.
Purpose.
Yes.
That's the purpose. That's the real purpose, and that's what I think David Rodriguez wants to. And I think he can do it because he is 2 laps short. It's not short. It's less than the other. For example, Richard Herring have a 14 and Guillon have a 14 too.
We see Sehe, Lewis, Hayes, Clindy. That's a battle for position right now. And then also involved there is Gary Leverns. Had a bit of a rough race early on. And then right there is our leader, the 4th car in line. And now our leader on pit road. Pit road for our leader. He could only go 14 this time. Again, with the field stretched out, there's not a car to draft off of. So now do we see Richie Hearn with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left to play? Has Richie Hearn saved enough fuel?
It's 5 to go now. That's what I counted in my system. But I think if it's Guillon coming now, I think Richie Hearn have to come in. But I really worry about Rodriguez. He can do it. If all of this lifting for one stint he did, maybe, you know what? It could be disaster coming to the pit at the last lap. That's the worst. I think Rodriguez stopped to do that. I think he really figured out if it's Fowler or Guyon or whatever on front to me came in. It doesn't matter. So Richie Hearn is calling now.
Yeah, Richie Hearn, he's going to be able to meet what he did last time. He did 16 laps last time. He's going to do 16 laps. He's at 15 coming to 16 this time. So now Rodriguez, and I think you're right, Rodriguez went 18 last time. He's at 14 now. We've got 4 minutes left to go. I don't think he needs to stop.
Yeah, that's when you know what? This is crazy, but he came in. Let me figure out. Let me check if I right or not, because he
came in on lap 19.
Very early. No, he came early.
He came in, let's see, last lap he pitted was 19. Let's see, he did 18 and a 14 lap stint on these current tires.
No, he didn't come in. So somebody came super early, but I don't remember who. But
so now the battle is for the lead here between Rodriguez and Cristobal Valenzuela. Cristobal, he is 15 laps into his stint. He went 17 last time. And he hang on for 2 more laps, and he might be able to do it. The time says it's possible. Here's what we're doing for times. Remember, here's the last lap time. 1:33s.
it was 2 to go.
So 2 to go.
Yeah. It depends how fast is the leader. If the leaders do a fast laps, it's short time for sure. Oh, sorry. Short time? Yeah, short time. Something like that, right?
So he's going to hit the line with 2:33, 2:32 left to play. And Cristobal Valenzuela comes to the pits. So now can Mark Cohn, who went 16 in his current stint, went 17 in his first. And he's got Chris Fowler all over him. Fowler could do everything. He could push.
Something happened with Richard Hearn. He's complaining. And he's going down. Oh, no.
Did he speed?
No,
Did he speed?
No, on front of him, Luis Hayes hit the wall and turn 9, 10.
Oh, and he loses. Richie Hearn coming to pit road with a missing wing.
God, he moved back. He just stayed on the middle, on the outside on the track, and he moved back the car and came Richie Hearn.
All right.
And hit him.
All right, here's Rodriguez coming through the bottom portion of the heel, out of the boot now for the next to last time in the turn 9. He should see the white flag this time by.
Look at us, Fowler's coming fast. Let's see.
Fowler 2.8 seconds behind.
It is?
White flag, as we thought. Fowler, big one off the corner, almost in the wall. We're going to have a battle here for the lead in the closing stages here of this timed race at Watkins Glen. There's a battle for first and second. Rodriguez trying to nurse his car home, whereas Fowler does not have to do that. He can push. Here they go for the final time through the S's, up the hill, down the backstretch. 2.6, back to Fowler. Ooh. Into the carousel for the last time. Can Rodriguez get the win here? 19 seconds left to play, so checkered flag in the air when they come on by. 2.2 back to Fowler. Syrah, purple lap, a 132 flat. Up the hill, very light acceleration, 2.1 back to Fowler. Into the last portion of the boot for the final time. Up the hill to turn 9, just 2 more corners to go to navigate to the win. 1.6 to Fowler.
Oh my God, what a surprise when you finish this. It's a surprise race.
And the conservative run was going to get him a dub. And the timed race at Watkins Glen, David Rodriguez gets the win. Fowler runs out of time, comes up a second and a half short. And looks like Justin Kirby, without someone running into the guy, all race long, Kirby comes home third.
What a nice debut. What a nice debut, Justin Kirby. He came in from NASCAR and coming here with this car. And maybe never driving, and he finished third.
Ty Quilla. He is going to be your Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race, up 17 positions to P5. That's Crystal ball. Everybody finishing here. There's Dean Mall, our points leader coming into this race. He finishes at the top 10. Syrah, what could have been, got away. Syrah finishes the last lap of the race with the purple lap. Lionel Callisto finishes his race. Richie Hearn, final portions of his lap here. Gallus still on the course. Clindy still on the course. And Zaldo still on the course. Lovern and Morera still on the course. They have not taken the checkered flag. And that is it for everybody. Clindy and Zaldo, everyone's crossed. Everyone's crashing into the turn 1 wall.
Richard Hearn, it was in the 5th when they have this incident with Louis Hayes on turn 9 or 10. Oh my God, that's sucks the incident has happened. I just check in.
And here are your results from the Glen. Rodriguez with the win. Chris Fowler in second. Justin Kirby third. Guy on fourth. Ty Quilla fifth. Cristobal Valenzuela in sixth. Mark Cohn seventh. Craig Forsyth eighth. Dean Mall ninth. And Syrah in 10th. And then we got Callisto, Hearn, Gallus, Clindy up the 14th. And Zaldo up the 15th. Greenlee. He did pretty good. I don't think he's gotten too many people's way. Like he said, he apologized in advance. He comes home 16th, Rigney 17th, Lovern 18th, Morera and Hayes 19th and 20th. And then we got Stouffer, Wags, Herrick, Kirby, Fortson, and Goodman. 26 car fields. A nice showing tonight here for the Onyx Racing League.
You're coming here with all these cars, you're thinking it was going to be another road course. I think it's gonna win this guy for par. That happens. So when you see a Fowler and the other and David on front with over the 10 seconds ahead, and it came in all of this with Rodriguez and Justin Kirby and in the podium. And Fowler. What?
And, you know, Justin Curry, we'll talk about him and how he saved fuel. He always is one of those drivers in all of our past races that always did a lot of fuel saving. I'm wondering how much that helped him here as well.
I quit again. Did that. Remember I told you on ERL? And again, 17 also too. 17 Steen in the Steen he did.
All right, and then let's get into the interview room here and see if we got some happy people that want to talk with us on the massive fuel save that all these drivers did, with the exception of Fowler. Fowler was just full send, and that almost worked out for him. And let's get into the interview room here. And do we see Justin Kirby? There is Justin Kirby. We'll bring him up right now. And here is one of the men of the moment, Justin Kirby. Good to talk to you again, man. We were talking as we were watching you kind of come up through the field, and at the end here, about how you always, and even in the other series that we run, tend to run longer than everyone else, with making it a priority to save fuel. When did you realize that this could become a fuel save race and this might play into your hands? Because you kind of finished it, you started in the mid-pack, and you improved just steadily 8 spots over the course of the race, and you managed to bring the car home in third. When did you finish? When did you decide it was going to be a fuel race? And the other question I have is, how much did you finish with in the tank?
Oh God, this is one of those was as Bob Ross would call it, would be a happy accident. Because my original plan was I was gonna stop short and put 6 gallons in it each time, to keep the speed in the car. But then once I saw how long the run was going, we were like 29 minutes left in the race, and I was like, I only got to make it. We're almost halfway already. So I wonder if I did this. I just I started backing the pace up a little bit, which actually helped me go faster in general.
Right.
And got more consistent. I started making fuel numbers, and I'm like, okay, I am just there. I should be okay. I thought more guys were gonna make it with that draft train they had going up in front. So I was surprised whenever all of them pitted. I knew David was going to make it. He made it the magic lap that he needed. So once we got, once I started making that number, I just kept running the same pace, because every time I tried to pick it up, I went bounce back under. So grand total 0.07 gallons.
Wow. So how much? Also, I want to talk about is. We've been kind of in these leagues that have made that you started with us when we were doing kind of stock car racing, which is really your strength, and now open wheel is kind of becoming more of your strength as we've been doing more open wheel stuff. But these older style open wheel cars, do they drive a little bit more like the stock cars, like the trucks, like the Xfinity cars, meaning that they're a little bit more raw on power? And also the big thing is you don't have any driver's age when you come to pit road like you do in an IndyCar, and getting on and off pit road fast without speeding is probably something that you're more used to than a bulk of these drivers in this field.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Pit road without a speed limiter. It's like, I don't even use a speed limiter in the cars that have it. I mean, if it tells you anything. But yeah, these cars, nothing like stock cars. Not at all. I mean, there's the difference just being half the weight and having so much more brake power. It's just, you can't equate two and two. You're closer to compare this thing to like closer to a super formula, or even a modern GT3. That'd be a better comparison. At least as far as I go. But just this car reminded me of that older, like, once the heat gets in the tires, they can't get evil. You let it get away from you, just from how big the rear tires are. And I was I had bought swapped ends a couple of times that first run, but I learned a lot the second half of the race, and hopefully it's stuff we could carry over, get Lewis and Brent up here for hopefully Brent's foot's feeling better. He was having a hard time with the brake pedal today, so that's why he called it. Which sucks. So really want him running. He wants to be running. And yeah, I guess I'm kind of rambling on now, aren't I?
Well, I mean, you got every right to. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who want to say hi to on this, the big fuel save to get to P3?
Oh, just thanks to Brent and Lewis. Lewis has been hanging out with us for the last couple of weeks, and he's one of the nicest guys, and just
he is
great guy to talk to. been kind of nice in the ear to have a little bit of balance, because I can kind of go a little off kilter. But yeah, having those guys on, Mike Rigney, with the conversion over to Onyx here, and keep striving to keep this a place for just for the racers to come out and just do their thing. And also Jim for coming on, helping sponsor with 4D Racing, and it's been good times.
Well, congratulations on P3. And also, no one was there to wreck you out of it this time. We were talking about your bad luck and all your races. Like, if you just get some good luck, he's going to turn them into good finishes. And that came today. Congratulations. And we will see you when we go back to the ovals, place we were at just last night. A lot of people want to forget that race over in Dark Horse at New Hampshire. But we're off to New Hampshire next, so we will see you there in a week in New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But at least the wing is a lot bigger, and, well, if you get sideways, it's your own fault.
Justin Kirby finishing third. All right, we'll take him down there. Let him go back to wherever he wants to go to. Chris Fowler is next, and we're going to see if we can find Chris Fowler, if he is around. I don't see him. Am I missing him, or is he not here?
No. I think, no, it's not here.
Okay, well, that's too bad. I would like to talk to Chris. I mean, it was a good run and a good strategy just to go balls to the wall and set it every single lap, but it really just resulted in an extra stop that he had to kind of run down the leaders, but he gets a P2 and a good finish for a guy that's kind of snake bitten off a lot. So a good finish for him. Congratulations, and we'll also look at his stat line. There it is on the screen, and there's his led 12 laps today. And really had control of this race at times, where it was just him and nobody else up at the front. And
you know what? It's really unfortunate for him, because they have the big gap, and then when you read that about the fuel mileage, and like that's a good thing about the by timing and not for laps. And that's much more excited the racing than for lap, because you already calculate, you already know what to do. But when it's for minutes or for timing, it's much better.
And I just want to see here real quick. Did Justin run? Yeah, he did run in the. And since we kind of go a little bit back into our history, goes a little bit back into the Lionheart era. Chris Fowler, 60 starts and 2 wins in this car. Just didn't get that third win today. Justin Kirby has 6 starts at the Lionheart level in this car. 6 starts, 1 top 5, and 2 top 10s. Not too bad for a guy that only has 6 starts. Half of them are in the top 10. So congrats. Just about half of them are in the top 10 for Justin Kirby. So those are those 2 guys. I do want to pull up Dave's information here as well. And then we're going to go to the points really quick. There he is. There's Rodriguez. Rodriguez had 42 starts in these cars on Lionheart and 3 wins. So this will be his 4th kind of major win in these cars. The points, as we will move the graphic up to Rodriguez here, and we'll bring him in just a second. He only led 5 laps today, but that's all that he needed. There is his stat line. The points, though, have been updated. Dean Mall is your points leader. He leads by 6 over Rodriguez, who's now in 2nd. Lionel Callisto 3rd. Craig Forsyth 4th. And Chris Fowler is 5th. That is your top 5. Then we have Guyan, Hearn, Kirby, Stouffer, and Rigney rounding out the remainder of your top 10. We will have points on the broadcast for the next race when we're at New Hampshire. Let's go ahead and bring up David Rodriguez, and here he is, the man of the hour, David Rodriguez. Getting wins in multiple series, kind of involved in the lineage of Onyx, either going back to the ISRA or even in the Lionheart. But man, with the massive fuel save and hit the number early, and that got in your mind that you'll be able to do it on one less stop than everyone, and just nursed the car home with a very hard charging Chris Fowler behind you. You held him off and got the win on the fuel save. Congratulations. Talk about your strategy and when you decide on it.
Yeah, so I mainly decided on the strategy when I was practicing before the race. I realized in a 55-minute race, you needed to make it to lap 18 in order to do it in one stop. And so I did a couple of practice runs and just clutching in, coasting, braking later, and trying to keep up the pace while also, you know, not being too slow, especially when you're fuel saving. That's like the key is to fuel save but not be too slow, because then guys like Chris Fowler, who did an amazing job with that strategy and his strategy, and keeping up how fast he was. He definitely like put the pressure on me even before his second pit stop. Like I was looking at how fast he was going. He was gaining like a second a lap on me, and I didn't know if I was gonna make out in front of him, but I did, and it worked out.
Well, I would say it definitely did. Any doubts in your mind as soon as you got to that number, you knew you were going to be good?
Oh yeah, as soon as I got to the 8, I made one extra lap than everyone else. I knew I was good. The only thing I really needed to do was kind of just continue to fuel save a little bit on the second stint, kind of stay behind everyone else. Luckily, there was a little bit of traffic in front of me, and I was able to just like ride along behind them. And after that, I knew I was good.
Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who want to say hi to on this big win? I mean, you're kind of on a strategy almost by yourself, and it really paid off. So I'm sure you're pretty happy, and you got some folks you want to thank.
Yeah, thank you to Rigney for bringing back the Lotus 79s as my favorite car to race on the service, and this amazing group of guys that we race with every week, and it just makes iRacing a whole lot better. And of course, my team, they're not in this league, but they support everything we do, and yeah.
Well, congratulations on the win. Led 5 laps, the only laps that really mattered there at the end. And we will see you when we return to the ovals next week at New Hampshire.
Yeah, see you guys.
And that is David Rodriguez. Lewis, not a bad race today, really. It was entertaining, and it was good to see these different strategies up and down the order. It seemed to pay off for some and not pay off for others, and the full push strategy, maybe in a 1-hour race, would have paid off.
Yeah, actually, that's why the admin Rigney for sure figured out, but he thought it's gonna be more entertainment to have a 55 minutes than the 1 hour, or maybe 50 minutes than the 1 hour. It could be a nice strategy. Thinking about 50 minutes race for sure. It's gonna be everyone is heavy fuel, so that's why not a good deal over there. So 55 was a good deal for learning in the future. So it was a good race actually. I really thought it's gonna be like a regular to just turning and just finish the race and have a winner like a David Siro or maybe a Guyon or Fowler in there. Maybe battle for the 5 position in between all these guys with finishing in there. But it was a really strategy cost, like you said. It's like read the race. You know what? I know you have a 1 hour practice, but in 1 hour you can figure out in 25 minutes or maybe less than that, you can figure out how it's gonna be and just make a calculation on the end and figure out, oh, if it's 55 divided in something, blah blah blah, you have these laps and you can figure it out at the end. So that's what maybe David Rodriguez did and did a good job to the end. So next New Hampshire. So the next one, really being the Lionhead over there. Same like all the ovals, short ovals. Try to save it the front right tire to the last stint, because nobody gonna change the tires, or maybe you're gonna change the tires in the first stint, but not in the second and the third stint in the end. So it's gonna be a really nice race over there. I hope to see a lot of people in the same grid to the next one and next Monday on Onyx. So see you there. See you tomorrow in Darlington.
Darlington, 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, it's gonna be an odd one.
Be really, I hope to see a lot of people, because I already see the other split now is really not good. So I hope to see all these people tomorrow and have a good race tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. See you Monday on Onyx.
And just a reminder, in December, P1 Broadcasting becomes a primetime home for Today at the 500, sponsored by Oil and Gas Safety Supply, your nightly destination for all the action leading up to the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. The last kiss of the bricks for 2025 starts right here. The countdown is on, so pucker up and don't miss a second of the action. Like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in, and we will see you in December. Once again, I want to shout out the guys at 4D Racewear. Today's coverage was sponsored by them, and make sure to check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in today's description. Let's get on out of here, give everyone back their Monday nights. Still, it's before 11 o'clock. We still got plenty of time.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's good.
So that's it for today. Once again, or tonight, for our inaugural season of the Onyx Racing League Lotus 79 series. And our round at Watkins Glen, David Rodriguez gets the win. He is now second in the points. Chris Fowler is second on the grid, or on the final standings here. And Justin Kirby brings home a card. No one takes it away from him. No one bangs into him. He brings it home on his own in third spot there in a fuel save. That is your podium. Join P1 and Onyx again next week as the series heads back to the ovals and goes to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Coverage begins around 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's 9:05 p.m. Eastern. Remember, as always, for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything here on YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders. So don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including tomorrow night. It's going to be our iRacing Open Wheel Series double header, and it's going to be for the rest of the season, for the 2024, season 4, 2025 season. What we have here is coverage starts at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time with the IndyCar Oval Series at Darlington. We've talked about that. And then immediately following us, it's the iRacing Indy Next Oval Series at Charlotte. So if you like open wheel oval racing, then make P1 your home on Tuesday nights. The Onyx Racing League's Lotus 79 series brought to you by 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the stream description. Track cams for this race, they're provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook or follow them on X and Instagram. Links are in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone at P1 and 4D Racewear and Onyx, I'm Gary Gatto saying good night and thanks for watching, and all of our men and women serving in the military and its first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week in New Hampshire for the next race of the Onyx Racing League Lotus 79 Series. Good night, everybody.